All right. Jimmy Z,
Yes.
tell me about this book you were talking about.
So thinking back to my love of horror and where it all started, I can distinctly remember, I believe I was in third or fourth grade. I guess it's not very distinct if I don't remember which year, but
I think you're okay. I think most people don't distinguish between third and fourth grade unless it was some really life-altering event. So it's okay.
This was a bit of a life-altering event. In grade school, I used to get these Scholastic book order forms. I think we got them like every 2 weeks,
Every
and
2
then
weeks.
we would order, and then the next week we'd get stuff, and then more stuff to order.
So many Garfield and Heathcliff books available during those.
I do remember seeing those, but the one that I more specifically remember that I still own was called Haunted Planet. And
I know Haunted Planet. Just so you know, if we were to walk back into my dirty storage room back here, there is a copy of Haunted Planet on my paperback shelf. For sure. And it's the copy I had when I was a kid, probably from Weekly Reader.
We probably both got it around third or fourth grade then.
Probably so.
But I just remember that is one of the earliest horror books that I ever read. And also the first like anthology book I can remember ever reading.
You know, until right now, I have always remembered Haunted Planet as being like a novella, like a complete story. But you're right, it was 4 or 5 short stories.
I'm pretty sure it was like 4 or 5 short stories, and the whole book was only 98 pages. It was
real
maybe.
Slim, yeah.
Yeah, it was. Each of these stories was like 15 to 20 pages at most.
I can picture the cover right now. It was a green cover, Haunted Planet's kind of, warbly text, and it has like a guy in like a black suit who's sort of floating above it, and he's got a skull face with long hair trailing off of him.
The thing that I remember all that distinctively, but the background, the green background, was all these like faces and images like kind of like in it. So it's like the more you look at it, the more depth you saw in it. But I love that book, and I was thinking recently about horror books because there's a lot of horror novels that I love. And as I think about it, it's like, man, I used to love Alfred Hitchcock Presents and Whispers and Night Visions and all these anthology books. And that was the first one.
That's
I can trace
crazy.
It back to that.
It's got to be one of the first anthology books I ever read, and I do love all those.
Yeah.
Do you remember, like the Sci-Fi Book Club used to have these books? It's like I think Marvin Kaye edited all of them, and they were like, this one's like devils.
Oh yeah.
And this one's ghosts, and this one's witches.
Right.
And they were pretty thing. They had like a real. I love those anthologies so much.
I think those anthologies wound up, if they didn't go to Barnes & Noble copied the idea. Because at one point they had books where it was like witches or goblins, and it was an anthology series.
I just remember the Sci-Fi Book Club ones. The book I remember getting from the Weekly Reader was a horror makeup effects book. Okay. And the cover had Frankenstein's monster kind of looking off pensively into the future, and the Wolfman, and the book gave all these directions on how to create your own monster effects.
Huh.
And then at the end it had a play you could do, that you and your friends could put on a play, and you could do like all the, here's the transformation from Dr. Jekyll to Mr. Hyde, and then the monster comes in, and it was just to put all the makeup effects together and then put that play on. And I wanted to do that play so badly I wanted to do it, and it never happened.
I don't remember seeing that in those books. I got into horror FX makeup. I've still got them like about 5 or 6 hardback books that are like that thick. That's like the, like the ones that you got if you were getting started in it.
Do you ever think, Jimmy, that maybe if you had gotten really good at special effects makeup, you could just be handsomer?
I've never thought about that.
Because I think about it a lot.
That if I had been, I would be handsome?
I think about you being very handsome and how that could possibly happen.
Well, I did at one point, when I was, I think, 16, I found someone over in Illinois who did special effects makeup.
And you're just like, make me pretty?
No, but I went and I learned with them for a little while. And at one point, I really wanted to pursue doing that.
Oh, I did too. That was like when I graduated high school. That's what I thought I was going to go do in LA. I was going to go to one of the special effects makeup schools, and I got terrified of doing it and of actually being away from, what I knew. So I didn't do that.
I had just an issue of getting over to Illinois to train with the guys. So.
Well,
I wasn't driving yet.
Well, thank you, Jimmy, for this walk down this memory of this memory lane of broken dreams.
Who knows? We could have both wound up meeting out in LA doing special effects.
That would have been something. Well, cheers to you.
Yeah, cheers.